We're here to invite you to
Lekka Happy Hour Live.
Hi, it's Christopher.
And Alana.
And we're here tonight for our Happy Hour Live. Cheers. So, welcome one and all. Again, we made it through another blistering week.
It's hot.
It is hot.
I don't even know another word for hot. It's just
Caliente.
hot. Caliente.
As Lupe says, it's caliente.
Bye, friends in the background.
Bye.
We see you.
Yes, it's like romper room.
Cheers.
I see you and I see you. But anyway, so we're here. We're glad you could join us. What's everyone drinking tonight? It's a Wednesday. It's happy hour.
All right, we're not going to lie. We kind of started early, so our glasses, I'm doing the lip gloss, and they're going down. We refilled them, they're going down. So we had to start early. It was hot.
Yes, but it's a wonderful rosé, Côte d'Aron, from our friends in Nice. So it's a French rosé.
Let's go visit them. Who wants to come with? We can schedule a Lekka field trip.
Yes, we could just go and run real fast like they do in the cards, time lapses that we're up there,
right?
And be like, "Hi, we're here." Knock knock.
I'm okay getting in a plane and actually traveling.
Oh,
and
going
then I'll let you. You know what? I will let you run through the fields, and Jayla will be there to produce it.
To catch us.
Like,
catch us
I'll be
live.
like, bye, Christopher. As we're all drinking, you're running through the field.
Yes, drinking. Cheers.
Like sound of music.
So it's really good. It's very light, great for this summer heat. Could definitely have it probably ice cold and it still be quite wonderful.
There should be a rule. I know the rule is no ice, but if it's 100 degrees outside, there has to be some type of. Well, actually, I'm going to bring it in right now. I'm bringing it in.
Bring it in.
Wait for it.
Yes.
You have these amazing glass cubes, and I'm sure you've got something similar. We can put these in the freezer.
Yes. And then you put these in, and they would not dilute your wine, and they would give you coldness.
Or my favorite, at home, my favorite trick, frozen grapes. You freeze them. You take a whole bag. You put it in the freezer. So when you're out by the pool, you constantly put the grapes in, and they act as ice cubes, and then you can eat them at the end.
I love that.
It just took one fancy resort for me to get this idea.
Just one fancy resort.
Girl Scout,
we're there.
Brownie, Girl Scout, whatever law. I'm not going to lie.
I love that.
Christopher, what are we talking about today?
Well, today our entire show is dedicated to art.
Art.
And we have local artists, and we're very excited about them. And we've got some coming up later in the show, and we'll talk about their work and what we have in store. But we're kicking it off tonight with a program or a series that we found when we were in the Vegas market, and we met the originators of the program, Grant and Micah.
From California.
Yes. And their brand is called Art and Words, and they do original work on vintage paper.
That's over 130 years old.
On average, the pages that they're painting on are from reclaimed books that are 130 years old.
Maybe there's library books that someone never turned in that they're still getting fined for.
That's exactly what I think it is too.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, and now therefore it's like that art is my old book.
I'm kidding. All books belong back to the library. Disclaimer: if you check it out, you must return it. But they are obviously going to a vintage
booksellers
and antique stores and garage sales and estate sales, and I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
What they're doing.
So Jason's going to put some things up on the screen that'll show you some of the work that they've done, some of the museum, out of their lookbook. They are actually in certain museums and art galleries around the world with some of their original work. And what we have is the line that has been reproduced on, again, the vintage pages. And they do single pieces, but we've chosen to go after the triptychs, which are the 3-piece set, the 4 opening, and then there's also one piece that we have that is a 5-panel piece. and we're really excited about all of them.
Triptych, 3 panels,
Yes.
4 panels, 5 panels.
And
Got it?
so, do you want to talk about yours first? Because we have yours
Of
available 2
course.
ways.
Of course, we have the famous Audrey Hepburn. She's graceful and beautiful, and she's described as a tall glass of drinking water.
I was thinking champagne.
A tall drink of water. You know what? Here at Lekka, she's a tall glass of champagne or wine
Yes,
or whatever is in your glass at home.
that's right.
Audrey is a 3-piece, and what's neat about her is here at Lekka, we have, it's called Audrey Beats, I'm being told.
Yes.
And we do it because she's the only actress to have ever won a Golden Globe, Oscar, and Emmy, in addition to a Grammy for her spoken word album, Enchanted Tales, which means she very well may be the mother of hip-hop rap in an offbeat way. And that is how they got the name Audrey Beats. She's holding a beatbox. I actually found my beatbox the other day.
Did you?
I did, and it still works, and I'm keeping it because it has the CD player and the cassette tape.
That is
Silver. I
awesome.
wish I had the actual square one that's kind of rounded on the edges, but it still works.
I love
So
that.
it's kind of in the garage for garage music. So this triptych is wonderful. This is $70, but at Lekka we have the one
Limited series.
limited series. What edition do we have?
So we carry 4 in Audrey Beats. We have a signed limited production. It's number 30 out of a 50-unit run, and we have it framed up on the wall with a certificate at $800. And she looks great. And again, we will have that picture flash across the screen. And we just saw, out of a lot of the work, she's just so iconic, and the reproduction work, you can see where they've gone in and retouched some of the head box and where they've signed it on the top page. So it's a really great piece of artwork where we have these reproductions that are great home decor, office decor, bedroom decor. I mean, at these price points, they're very affordable. But then we also have the limited series.
The limited edition pops. The colors pop a lot more obviously than the copies.
reproduction.
The limit, so with her pearls, the boom box. But I love this because up here in the corner of the dictionary, it's a must. So Audrey Beatbox is a must. We must have it. We have it here at Lekka.
And Alana's right. So basically, when they are doing the reproductions, they harvest and hand select the pages they're going to print on, and there is some correlation somewhere on the page to the image that's going on it. So I have the 4 opening, and the page here leads off with taste.
Taste.
So it would be the tongue tasty. This is 4 openings, and I don't know if you can zoom in and see this, but we'll show it to you when we kind of do it in production. Is actually all 4 that you get inside this packet, and this is at $90 for the 4 openings. So again, it's a great thing for young. You know, you're going off to school. It's great artwork that kind of grows with you. That it can move from bedroom into office, and it still has a lot of color and a lot of pizzazz. So we really love.
Fun. I would use it in my Diva. I have an office. I call it the Diva Den. It's girly, so it can totally go on the girly wall.
So this is Lips 4-piece set from Art and Words, and again we'll show you the other parts of the program that we have from them, and come on in. We know a framer, so we can refer you, but otherwise a lot of these pages will fit in 8x10 black frames, so we'll show you that is how they did the Audrey Beats. I think we're well on our way to have an artistic night.
Art and Words.
Art and Words.
Here's for Art and Words.
Art and Words.
She's warm. She's creative. And she does it with a smile. She's from East Africa. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's caffeine. Our very own Amy Whitaker is here to show us her coffee art. It's art made out of coffee. She's from East Africa, where she began her career with coffee art. Amy Whitaker. She's a graphic portrait artist that began her popular coffee art, that's what I said, coffee art, series several years ago. Painting with coffee is extra challenging as it is a three-dimensional process where layers of coffee are applied to the canvas to achieve darker, richer tones.
Cheers! Our special guest this evening, Amy Whitaker, one of our new featured painters, artists in the Company of Artists brand that we carry. And we're going to be featuring some really great live painting using coffee as the pigment.
I'm excited.
I am too. So Amy, tell me a little bit, how did you get started painting with coffee?
So it all started probably 5 years ago. My daughter came home from school one day and they had a visiting artist come in. And the artist did some pen and ink work, but then they did like coffee splatters. And she said, oh yeah, you can paint with it too. And I said, really? I've got half a pot left. Let's give it a try. So we sat down and like 2 hours later, I was still at the table painting furiously because I loved it. It smelled great. You know, I was creating. The kids had all gone. But, it was all wonderful. So that's how it started.
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Amy was telling me that you like to do freehand drawing. You called yourself not really an artist, but you love to do freehand?
So I've never had formal training, but I've always loved to draw. When you look back at my childhood books and things, there's doodles everywhere. Yeah, so
growing up,
I loved art. Never took a lot of classes, and I didn't really have a mentor that said, oh, you know, you're kind of good. Maybe you should do that. So,
like super mom,
but
it's freehand. Love it.
So I freehand some. You know, there's lots of tools out there that can help you with templates and things. But I try to do my own stuff.
I'm so impressed. I'm very impressed.
It's a lot of fun.
That is great. So you brought some pieces that basically show the template, and you built these templates. Yes.
Yes. So I grew up in East Africa. A lot of my coffee painting tends to find its way back to Africa. The landscapes, the people, coffee really originated in Africa, the coffee beans. So it seems like it's just perfect complement.
Story.
Yeah, perfect together.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Cheers.
That story.
That is a good story. So it's great. So basically you start with something like this, and what are the iterations? Like, how do you move from this to the next stage?
Step?
Yes.
What's the next step?
Okay, so basically, I sketch it out utilizing just a watercolor pencil. I used to use regular pencil, but the lines did not disappear. So if you use this, it will just fade away with whatever you blend it with.
Yes.
That's why I'm having trouble at home. The lines keep disappearing.
Yeah.
I always drink something
Then
wrong.
nothing left to follow. It moves free form.
Okay. Please proceed.
And then I just use instant coffee with varying amounts of water. And so if you look, you'll see, this is the lightest amount of water mixed with coffee. There's a little more, and then the darkest will give you your dark deep color.
So we have Sanka and we have Folgers.
Yes, and then espresso at the far end.
Yeah.
I love this giraffe with the eyelashes.
Yeah.
Yes, very sweet. Giraffes have very sweet faces.
So here is the zebra outline, and then we've got this one that you started to.
Yeah. So yesterday or the other day, I sketched these out for you guys, and I thought, well, it takes a little time to dry the coffee.
Yes.
We won't be able to probably paint and watch. We can come back to it again and again. But this one, I went ahead and did yesterday.
This one's great because you added, I don't know.
The whiskers of the.
Oh, yeah.
She added the whiskers, but she also added Lekka. So see if you can find it.
Yeah.
Where's Waldo?
It's a little hidden
I love
treasure.
it.
So
So
that
that's
is
very special. Thank you.
Yes.
Very
for
nice.
you guys for inviting me out.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm just happy you're here.
Yeah. So basically, 3 different shades, and then you have to go back over it on some colors to even get darker, or is it 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass? How does that work?
You can add layers, like if you look at this one,
Mhm.
just for example, I put down kind of 1 pass and then came back later. You do have to let it dry a little bit, otherwise, if you don't, it'll just pool, which is fine
Okay.
as well.
Yes.
And then, of course, you guys, you always, at the end of a painting, you have to like splatter, or spill a little of your coffee.
The little of your coffee?
that-
On the table or on
Everywhere.
you?
Everywhere.
It's like salt over the shoulder.
Exactly.
Just throw the coffee.
Yes.
I like that.
And you can really do as many shades as you want, and just keep watering it down. One nice thing is if you mess up, you can always bring in a paper towel, and it will pull back up to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And I just use watercolor paper, and at the end of the drying time, I seal it so that it's sealed for
Protected.
posterity and will last
Good
longer
wishes.
than all of us. Yes.
That is
What is the
great.
largest size that you've done?
I'm currently working on probably the biggest one, about a 24 by 20, and it's a big lion. It's a big lion face that someone has commissioned me to do. So
that's awesome. Okay.
this will be fun. Yeah.
That is fun.
Okay, so once you're at this stage,
Yes.
how do you know where to start?
Or what you're adding next,
I would be
yes.
afraid to just.
So,
What's next?
like if you look at the zebra, for example, and you guys should each grab a paintbrush.
no.
You should try. Okay.
Okay, go
So-
in.
Just go along inside one of the stripes. Just pick a stripe and just start filling it in. You're not going to mess it up. I know it's tricky.
Yeah,
When you
okay.
hold your
Yeah, now it's like, oh wait.
But he's cabana boy.
Yes. All right. So,
Oh wait, I get the giraffe with the eyelashes.
yeah, take whatever you want.
okay.
If I just get that from Christopher.
I'm gonna
That
try
out
to.
of the
I'm gonna
way.
follow the lead. I'm gonna do the darkest line there of the nose.
Okay, so you
Okay.
gave me the lightest one.
Right, and you can get back in if you want the darker,
The one.
and then maybe fill in one of the
squares.
squares. Yeah, that's a great place.
How am I doing? How are we doing? You got a line.
I just. It's like kind of like paint by numbers. I just filled in
Yes.
the bridge of the nose. But now I don't know what to do next.
That's
Now it's like.
So if you dip back in, you can pull some more color down through there.
So should I dip back in more?
You can dip back in.
I'm so nervous, guys.
I know.
You guys are doing great. Christopher, I told you we should sell those hats that we can. We'll have the straws that we can drink wine
And
and
paint while we're doing it. Exactly. So like every line, you just kind of outline
Yeah, you just-
and just follow it.
Yep.
So
Oh,
I know.
I got a little out.
And you know what? If you go out, it's totally fine because it's your creation and you're just going to make it your own and beautiful. And then if you want like a really dark, you get back into the dark and you just kind of drop it back into where you've already been. It'll still fill back in that section.
I was afraid of too much paint on my.
Shaking over here.
I know.
Oh, messes up.
It's like maybe we should get painted with Xanax instead.
He said maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's.
Exactly. So then you just continue going around and keep dipping in and.
Yeah. It's a pretty simple process. I think once you have your design, or even if you start with a blank canvas, you just put your first layer down, and then you tend to have to leave that dry for a little bit. If you go back in with a lighter color and try to add anything, they just will blend together.
So you don't go back in after everything's dried. You
When it's
will not go
dry,
back in?
yes, I do.
Oh, you did.
But you do have to let it dry. That looks good.
It's gonna be really dark. It's a smoky eye. It's
That's
for
a smoky
evening.
eye.
The evening look.
You know what?
Evening
Yeah, the
wear.
outline is good, and then maybe just do the pupil part dark, and leave the rest white for now. And then once it's dry, you can go back in.
I know, right? It's like, it
See,
freaks me
that
out.
looks good.
Oh, I got a compliment.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. I'm gonna do the nose. It's like I don't even. It's like I
Don't
just keep
sneeze.
looking at. I know. I just keep looking at like, what do I want? I'm like knockoff. It's like here. Let me see what I can do that's like really similar to the
Don't
go by.
Amy, do you have your girlfriends over and have painting parties?
You know, we have not done that. I mean, we get together and we have wine and do other things, but
Time to pull the paint.
you think so?
Oh yeah.
Imagine the stuff we can do with a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
In us. Not on
So
us.
yeah, well, that's coming next. That'll be in the
yeah.
next generation. So, like I can see the glistening and like the moisture. So this
Yes.
is where you definitely need to let it dry before you go back over it, right?
Unless you want it darker. That's what it's an option too.
Getting my groove on.
You have to see
look at-
what your inner artist is telling you to
Telling
do
you to
and
do?
just go with it.
Well, see, here's the other thing. I keep trying to remember which one I just dipped in, and I guess because it's all different shades of coffee,
No, I can't
it's
find
not
the
gonna
same
it's
one.
not gonna be
Oh.
like it's not gonna be like a huge problem. Like it's not like you're mixing like black and white or something. It's all different shades of the same tones.
So you have to rinse off your paintbrush to go into the other
No,
colors?
I don't do that. I probably should, but no, we just mix and match.
By the end, are they all somewhat the similar color because you've been mixing it?
Yes. That's where you just come along and pour some water in.
I lighten up one
And lighten it
and
up.
got it.
Now, if you're going to try this on your own, I suggest
Don't do this on your own. Whatever you
Yeah,
do,
exactly.
don't-
I
We're not insured for that.
just make sure you cover your coffee paint because it will, if you just leave it out like anything, it'll start molding and
Oh no.
which
Yeah,
is not,
not anything to
yeah,
mold.
yeah, you don't want to do that. But now see, that looks really pretty. It's different shades.
you.
It's just kind of fun to.
This is amazing.
You're doing very well.
Are doing
I'm
pretty
intimidated. I'm going to let mine dry.
Groove a little.
I love it.
I'm scared to move on though. It's like there's so much detail, but it's fun.
It is fun.
This is like a relaxing kind of.
You're right. You had all your friends around and we're just talking,
Yep.
drinking, and painting.
You don't have to have these like spotlights on you, but other than
Yeah.
that, you have
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Well, and the other thing, when I was first thinking this through and talking about doing it in the store, I originally thought that we might need easels. But this is
yeah.
not an easel type of material because it would run, right?
All right.
So
Here's
it's
to
a
the
flat
knowledge.
surface. Ah.
Before asking Amy.
There we
You gotta
go.
make sure you have a sip. 'cause
So we just need,
it
yes.
toasts a lot.
Yes,
Forget
we do.
that sip.
So, well, this is very cool, and now we're going to maybe see like a new painting material based on the suggestion of seeing what wine could do from Ilana. Be very interesting.
I'm gonna go to Amy's house and take private lessons.
Yes.
I'm bringing the wine.
Have a great day. We'll do bit grapes, right?
Great day.
A great day.
Christopher's got the
He's
same.
got that figured out.
It would
Explain that, by the
be.
way.
It would be really good to hang in the bar too, right?
You guys are so creative.
So.
You've given us inspiration.
Yes, and this is great.
Well-
And basically, we feature Amy's work. We've got some great pieces, and we will also have some more coming in. We've already sold one of the big giraffes to start with, so come on in and take a look and enjoy the artwork.
Yes, and they're not all animals. There's a lot of sayings from East Africa, right? So there are a lot of fun sayings as well.
Yes.
And great coffee sounds.
Coffee sayings for your coffee bar at home.
Yes. So Amy, if people wanted to kind of see other artwork that you've done and something, do you have like a Facebook, Instagram type of account or Pinterest?
Yes, I actually am on Instagram. My Instagram is @art_by_Amy_Whitaker with one T.
one T.
Come on over. You'll see coffee art. I do other kinds of art as well. But come on over and give me a like.
You're gonna have like 1,000 instant followers in one day, so just get ready.
Get ready. Boom.
I'm ready.
And then we'll celebrate on
Yes.
TikTok. It doesn't matter. We'll celebrate your mother. So here's to all your followers and to an amazing talent.
Thank you. And come out to Lekka and check out all the amazing art that's here.
Thank you. Absolutely. We'll be right back. He'll laugh later on. You'll get it later on when you listen to the playback.
Well, I can't because it wasn't recording.
Oh, damn it.
Sorry.
Man, we're at our best moment too.
Feel free to get dirty.
Oh, we did.
Oh,
There we go.
feel free to continue.
Hi, it's Christopher,
And Alana.
and we're joining you again for our happy hour. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're featuring another artist that we have in the company of artists, Alan Smith, who's actually been with us since, I guess, early on when we first got the store. I guess he's been with us 2 years. Just came in and installed new work of his. Alana, do you want
I
to?
feel like Vanna. So we have acrylic and paint.
And paper.
And paper. And he's an eclectic artist. And they are almost like they're three-dimensional.
Yep.
You can kind of see inside of them. So we have our small acrylic paintings.
10.5. They're 10.5 inch shadow box, and so they're in relief, and so you get colors and layers of color, and these are at 185. As with all of our artists, all the pieces are going to be signed original pieces, so no two are going to be exactly the same.
And then we go up to our larger sizes.
Yes, that's called Summer Stripes,
And those are 200.
and those are 200. And again, great color for a lot of different decor, a little bit more contemporary.
They are.
He does wonderful abstracts, and he's done commission work in the past for us. He did koi fish one time, and the koi fish were great. So it's definitely worth coming in and checking out and seeing if you've got a room that needs a little update and refresh and a little pop of color there.
Great work.
Yes.
And it's almost like there's paper, and there's like a layer of more paper, and then there's paint. So when you really come and look into it, you can see the different layers.
Yeah, and it is, it's like a recrafted recycled paper is one of the layers. So he does really great on building out that image based on layer upon layer, so. Very nice.
Here's to Alan.
Here's to Alan. So we've got more artists to share with you, and we'll go around and take a look at some of the other work that we have in the store.